Roman government work. 5? I wouldn't use 5 for that one. I would use more of the aqueducts one where you talk about like, or the roads. So let's talk about the quality of the work. And we would use Doc 2 with Han saying how crappy that stuff is done by the government. Where is the road one? 6 is the roads. And then the last one's the roads, right? 8? Or aqueducts. Oh, we could throw Doc 1 in there too. Okay. What are some other groupings that you guys thought of? Tommy?
Like a grouping of less labor.
What do you mean?
Like there were inventions that created less labor for the citizens.
Okay, so technology making life easier. So technology improving lives. What are some docs that would go under technology improving lives?
3.
Which one was Doc 3? Yes.
4.
Okay.
6. 8.
Definitely 8. Where's 6?
Still one of those words.
Oh, the roads. Okay. All right, technology improving lives. That's a good one because we get Han and Rome in there. And so that also, I definitely would use this one as one of our groupings because that ties directly into our thesis, right? And the fact that we see both are utilizing it in their empires to improve lives. And there you go. That would be a good grouping. Any other grouping? Gabby?
You have a group for like technology that comes in with water.
Okay, so you could do a water technology group. And that's Doc 1 and 8
I think also 4.
is 4.
Like the water power.
Okay,
Do you want to put what's blowing?
all right. I'll throw that in there. So water 1, 4, and 8. Anything else? Yelly?
Against commoners.
Okay, so getting into that perspective that we've discussed. Okay, so like the upper class perspective, the upper class's attitude towards technology. What docs would you put under here?
Dot 5 and dot 7.
And this is for Rome, having that air of superiority. I would definitely include this somewhere in my essay, because that ties back into our thesis. I would also include the Confucianism one somewhere, as that ties into our thesis as well. Any other groupings? Are you guys feeling more comfortable with the groupings as we talk about it? You understand what that would look like? Okay, in a little bit I'm going to have you guys remind me of this as we're working on our body paragraphs there. So let's real quick hop back to our thesis, look at what it says. How do I make this go away? I can't remember. Alright, so although Rome and Han both support the development of technology and the utilization of technology throughout the empire, they differ in who's creating it for the work. So let's look at our groupings, figure out what groupings you would use kind of to make this an essay using this thesis statement. So they both support the development of technology. What group would support that? Gabby?
Technology improving lives.
Okay, I think this one is the technology improving lives. This one we could use the government officials talking about technology, if you want. Okay, so your first paragraph could be about government officials talking about technology. Your second one could be the one about technology is improving the people's lives. And then your third one could be about they differ in who is created or credited for the work. And you could talk about what did we have for that? The upper class one and like Confucianism. that these two could tie together in the same paragraph, right? You feel okay on this? Okay, so somebody please write that down because I don't have a screen. And then, so we're going to use government officials for our first paragraph. We're going to use technology improving lives for our second paragraph. And then we're going to have two subgroups in our third paragraph, the Confucianism one and the upper class one. Okay? So everybody's kind of written that down, so on the next slide you can give it back to me. Let's talk about what this essay would actually look like. So, what did we say for our first body paragraph?
Government officials.
Okay, this is going to be our government officials one. And in our thesis, what did we agree upon the government officials? Okay, so the government officials support technology. So this paragraph is going to be talking about supporting technology. The government is supporting it. Okay?
Is there supposed to be two things? Like two Roman number things?
This is the second paragraph. Your first paragraph is your thesis.
Gotcha.
This is your second paragraph, your body. So it's body paragraph 1, but second paragraph in your paper. Okay? So the government officials support technology. We all agree upon that. Which document do you want to use as an example? Give me any of the documents that are government official, and I will write sentences to help you understand what this looks like.
The first document.
All right, document 1. Lovely. So this is our Han government official writing to the locals, talking about using the water technology within the empire. So looking at that document, what was this document saying? What's the overall content of the document? What did we agree upon yesterday?
He's using towards the floods, and he's part of the unit, and water and technology is important.
Water and technology is important, okay? So that's what we're going to be arguing here using document 1, that water and technology is important in the Han Dynasty. So how about if we just straight up say that, okay? Water technology is important in the Han Dynasty. So this is what one of your sentences would sound like. You would write out the word technology. Is important, is valued. You can use those words interchangeably. Water technology is important in the Han Dynasty and supported by what?
Government officials.
And supported by government officials, yes. Because we're tying it all back into government officials support technology. So you have to keep driving that point home. Okay, so we've given some facts saying that the government officials support technology, so we're proving our thesis statement, okay? And then in this body paragraph, you need to prove that you know what these documents are saying. So you would throw in here, in parentheses, kind of as your citation, document 1, telling me where you found that info, okay? In your essays, you always need to be citing the documents. You need to put them in parentheses after your sentence, saying this is from document 2, this is from doc 3. And you can write out just the word doc, okay? That's allowed for your citations.
Will we be able to look at these while you have
Yes, when you are writing your essays for me in class and for the AP exam, you will have the documents in front of you. You don't have to memorize the documents. That would be insane, okay? So on the actual AP exam, you get 10 minutes to analyze the documents without writing anything, and then your 2-hour time period to write all 3 essays begins. So you will have the documents in front of you. You've already read them over in that 10 minutes, and you can write all over the documents during that 10 minutes. Okay, so then when you're writing your essay, you can just go refer back to your notes, kind of like what we did yesterday, analyzing who's talking, what they're saying, why they have that perspective, and then you can just write your paper from that. Okay, you guys understand what that's going to look like come May 17th, 19th, whatever the date is. So water technology is important in the Han Dynasty and supported by government officials. Document 1. So you're telling me you understand document 1 and you're using this as evidence. Okay? See how that kind of goes together? If you just say water technology is important in the Han Dynasty, that's understanding. Throwing in supported by government officials is your evidence. You're proving your point with this document. Okay? So we've said that. If you want, you could tie in the point of view for this document, or you could save it for another body paragraph. Do you guys want to practice point of view on this one right now? Yeah? Okay, well, hold on. Let me look back at where did we decide on our groups? Doc 1. Okay. A Han government official stresses. Okay, scoop this up. How? I don't know if I can. What do we want to say about like the way the technology is made? You know how he goes into like make sure you have repair people and you're going to have local officials and I need one person here and one person there. What do you want to say for that? So a Han government official stresses the implementation of the water technology, the
Government control, it's very government.
okay, all right. The government control and hierarchy. To ensure successful water technology, or what do we want to say? Help me out, guys. To ensure quality in the water technology. That sounds good. All right, so a Han government official stresses the government control and hierarchy to ensure quality in the water technology. Why is he stressing all of this? Because he's part of the government, okay, and he's kind of in charge of all of this stuff. Han government official stresses the government control and hierarchy, blah, 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 because he is part of the Han government. Okay? So, water technology is important in the Han Dynasty and supported by government officials. Document 1. A Han government officials, or you could say the Han government official, whatever you want to say here. The Han government official stresses the government control and hierarchy to ensure quality in water technology. That sounds funny, but you could kind of fix it. Because he is part of the Han government. So now you're telling me why this guy is saying what he is saying. You told me who's talking, what he's saying, and why he has that perspective. Okay? You guys kind of understand where we're going with this? The way that I would start off this paragraph is I would say something like you need a broad statement saying that the government is involved in the technology or the government supports the technology. So we would say in both, what would we fill in with? Both Han and Rome. This is the first sentence. In both the Han and Rome empires. The government supports the development and use of technology. be my first sentence